Guys, the market has yesterday and today massively bounced back to the upside. And now, guys, a lot of people make free critical errors by still trying to buy this dip. I will show you exactly what these errors are and how you can still get in before it's too late. Let's go. Guys, thank you so much here for tuning in on this Thursday. So today I did not forget which day it is because I saw some other guys putting content out and they mentioned they were also confused. No, which day is it? Oh, it's Thursday. So I was like, okay, today I know it's Thursday. It's not Friday. It's not Saturday. It's Thursday. So, and it's actually an amazing day because when I look here at the Bitcoin weekly chart, we have almost completely retraced the drop that we had 2 days ago or 3 days ago. And really interesting that the current weekly candle looks pretty similar to the past one before we got a next leg here to the upside. So when we look at the indicators, you cannot deny that they look really like shit, so but here comes the big but. In a bull market, they can stay for a really long and extensive time like that without that you see any major pullback here on these indicators. So that's why I throw them out of the window. You cannot really rely on them right now, but still they're an early warning sign that at some point, maybe over the next 4 weeks, there will be still one flush, a proper flush to the downside, but it's not right now, guys. Not right now. Just wanted to put it out there, so that this is still on the table where we get like a 20% move or something to the downside. This move was, let's quickly check, was not too crazy, So this was here a 7, So from this week that is a 7.5% move, So if you take it from the top. That was a 10% move, if you go here all the way. Yeah, so this was a 10% move, so nothing crazy. So, but I still believe at some point that is gonna come like a 15, 18, 20% move. But like I said, not right now. Now we focus on to get back into the market. If you're still sidelined, what errors you should actually avoid by trying to get back into the market. And especially if you are still sidelined. If you still have money on the side right now after you bought the dip, that's fine. Also, we're going to talk about that. So let's get started here. So when I look at Bitcoin right now on the 12-hourly chart, really good, healthy move here above the VPVR cluster. That opens up the potential that Bitcoin starts running here again into a new all-time high pretty soon. You can also make out here already, even on the 12-hourly chart, that W pattern. Once we're breaking here the neckline at $101,500, we gonna see here that W playing out, and that has right now, if I draw this here conservatively, really conservatively, it might go higher than that. This is already almost $108,000 price target here that we see to the upside, only from that W pattern that you have on the 12-hourly, on the 4-hourly. On the 4-hourly, of course, it's a little bit more distinct than here, so and nothing really to worry about, So we broke this downward sloping trend here. Now convincingly, if we ever come back down to this, it will be just another retest. But in the short to midterm, I believe that this is going to hold and that we not see Bitcoin flushing below this anymore. So, and that also means that across the market, if you were able to buy the dip and you got it really low, I'm not saying that you had to hit like to the dollar, where the lowest point on the chart is in every single coin that you bought, but like somewhere in the middle, somewhere in the middle. If you bought somewhere in the middle, between where the price went down and where the current price is, you should be fine. Your positions should be fine. Doesn't matter if it's Bitcoin or something else. So now here with Bitcoin, what I'm currently looking at the shorter time frames here on the 4-hourly chart, Bitcoin broke out of the ascending triangle, exactly where I told you guys where it would be a good moment to do that. I told you it has to happen somewhere in between that window here. Only then I would see this as a proper breakout, so, and that is the perfect moment to get out of that ascending triangle and to start the run into the technical target of that ascending triangle. So we broke out here to the upside. We are coming back down, potentially to retest one more time the neckline of that ascending triangle here, slightly below $100,000, and then we're off to the races here to the technical target of $110,500. So the Bitcoin price currently is a little bit trapped here in that resistance area, and that's why I put here a red box. You see also in the early morning today, in the first 4-hourly candles, we tried to break out of it, got both times rejected, and that's absolutely normal that afterwards Bitcoin is pulling back into lower levels to find a support level from where it can gain momentum to push back then into higher levels. So we are basically just fueling up here, you know, to get the right momentum and then break from here above $101,500. And once we broke this level convincingly and turned this into support, then you're gonna see here another push in direction of the technical target that I have lined out. So on the MDX algo scalp gradient, also here you see exactly what I mentioned yesterday. I said we're gonna get here purple candles and then you're gonna see price heating up again. We are in this heating phase again. In the early stages of the heating phase, you also see it here on the reactor indicator. So what was actually missing here was a little bit of confirmation that this was actually the local bottom here with 2 dot plots that we did not get, but instead we got a buy tag, so which is for me as good as these 2 dot plots. 1 second here, here's a small problem. 1 second. Come on. I have to do here something quick. 1 second. So we're gonna continue immediately. So, okay, now we can continue. So, as you can see here, we are trading currently below the weekly open, which is at the same time today's daily open. So if we can find acceptance today above that level, also that will be a massive, massive indicator for continuation in the imminent short term once that is happening. As long as we're trading below the weekly open, that is not a huge issue directly for the price, but what I would like to see by tomorrow is that if we get then a new daily open, that we stay above tomorrow's daily open, wherever that might be. I don't want to see consecutive days where Bitcoin is trading below its daily open, so because that can lead to bearish momentum in the short term. So we don't want that. So but here pullback, like I said, like to $99,500 would be absolutely fine before we see here the lift off into higher levels. Now on the reactor indicator, here also you see that we have heated up once more, and from here I expect that we get another curve here to the upside until we top out at some point. It might be 108, it might be 110, it might be 115, maybe as high as 120. There you're gonna get a small pullback again. Nothing crazy, you know, nothing crazy, as long as it's not extending over a couple of weeks to get there, you know. So if we need, let's say now 3-4 weeks to get to that point where you have a lot of red candles again, so completely overheated market with topping signals, you know, so and here reactor indicator is putting in here bearish divergences, you know, so then okay, you know, so then wherever the price is in 3-4 weeks, you should be careful, you know, then there might be a steeper pullback, but until then we should be absolutely fine here. Now on ZoomX, I actually opened, as you know, yesterday a new Bitcoin trade. This trade is up $15,000 right now, and if you look here at my balance, I deployed quite massively back into the market yesterday, and no, actually today, this morning. So I opened up a phantom position. I lowered my positions on Solana. No, actually I pulled them more up. And also I opened in the Ethereum position that was earlier in profit. So this is like flip-flopping a little bit, you know. So, but I'm convinced everything will be here positive in the next 2-3 days, you know. So Absolutely fine with that. Again, if you want to trade on ZoomX with me together, there is a link in the description down below. You still get $45,000 in deposit bonuses if you use that link, and especially for people in the US, in the UK, in Canada, India, and in some parts of Europe. If you cannot trade on Bybit, trade on ZoomX. It's non-KYC, so that is the best that you can get right now. So if I would be in Germany, I would be also trading on ZoomX, because I would be prohibited from trading on Bybit. Now, on the 4-hourly chart here with the liquidation levels, you can see that we are on the way down to take out the new small high leverage liquidity of longs. So that was past short liquidity. So now long stepped in here when we broke to the upside. Let me get my text here. Come on, to move this down, and then we talk about color. So now let me change the color. So there we go. So long liquidity is sitting here right now. So here I expect, again, a move down here would not really surprise me. A retest of the EMA ribbon after we broke above it, taking out here the over leverage liquidity that's just sitting around the EMA ribbon currently, and then from there we're gonna get here the leg into the liquidity that's still sitting up here on the liquidation levels. On the liquidation heat map, if I now refresh that, now so here you see a lot of liquidity concentrated at 102,500, 104,500. Again, people get overconfident and think that we will not go up there in the short term, and they are quite safe with their short positions, but I can tell you, I have bad news for them. They are not really safe, they are absolutely not safe up there, so here again, the lowest hanging fruit right now would be a move here to the upside to take them out, but again, here just around the $99,500 level, there is some liquidity concentrated currently. There's like almost 200, there's a little bit more, $250 million worth of liquidity sitting. So I think the dealers and the market makers, they're going for that liquidity, and then they send it back to the upside. Because what's going to happen when we fall below $100,000 again? People go crazy. There's oh no, that was a deviation, a swing failure pattern, so we go back to the downside. Now 80K, so you're gonna see it. Let Bitcoin drop under 100K, and the craziness will start once again, so which is, in my opinion, stupid, because it's just a liquidity grab, and then we send it back to the upside. So now let me really quick talk about some error that many people are making right now. Many people making the first error, they're FOMOing in right now into the market because they have missed the whole opportunity. Let me actually put this into a 1-hourly chart that you can see it better. What they have missed here is that massive W formation, maybe better 4-hourly chart. Yes, so, and then we take a path. So look here. So this is a massive W formation. So, and there's two ways how they look at it, so there's a way that they say, okay, here is the neckline somewhat, but usually it should be all the way up here, but they're looking at this like this, say, oh, I missed it, so I missed the W, so, and now look, I was not smart enough to buy here when the second leg went up, so because it went too fast, I was not so sure, I was still scared, whatever bullshit reason they have why they did not buy, so, and now they saw Bitcoin breaking back above $100,000, almost reaching here $102,000, and they're like, oh shit, now I'm too late, so should I buy now, should I not buy now? They are FOMO, then they catch FOMO, then they actually buy now. So what's happening now is they're like, oh shit, I bought a local top, it's going back down. So what they're gonna do, they immediately sell again, second error that you can make, sell right now once again, So now you lost money because you thought, oh, this is going higher, and bought actually anyway too high and with no plan, and then you sold now in a loss because you panic sold, because it's like, oh, it's going back down, it's going back to 90,000 or whatever number, so which is not happening because you have underlying support here from that horizontal level. You are still in that resistance block. You know, we are fine there. We are comfortable there. We are comfortable there. There's no problem, you know. So, but there, a lot of people don't see it that way. So then the next thing is that, and then there's something else I'm going to show you that has something to do with altcoins and how you actually go back into the market if you're not in the market yet, you know. So just wait a second here, and we're going to get into this. Now, when we look here, first of all, again, if you still need liquidity if you missed to buy the dip and you want more money to buy the dip, still go to Bybit. You still get $500 here with a free airdrop position on any of these coins. Many coins will be discussed in this live stream. You have 6.5 days to claim so your airdrop position. Do it now, guys. Don't wait until this comes down here to the last day, you know. So do it better right now, you know. Sign up, deposit $100, claim the airdrop voucher and the rewards hub, use the voucher. All the profits belong to you that you make out of that position. And I'm going to give you some juicy entries here again, because if you watch my stream here already for a couple of days, then you know I'm sitting in the green, as you can see, you know. So I followed the plan. I did exactly what I told you guys, you know. Even Cody was today already here in the green, you know. So now it's again in a little bit running negative, but I'm close, you know. When you look here at the current price and my entry price, it's close, you know. I'm like, how much percent am I away? 3%, you know, 3% from my entry, which is nothing, you know. So, but look at all these positions that I've taken over the last couple of days. They're all profitable, and I cranked up on Phantom a little bit of leverage, you know. So that was also up here already $5,000 at some point. AVAX was up $7,000 at some point today. We're getting a small pullback, which is fine. And this is the moment for some coins where you start adding slowly either to existing positions where you still have money left on the side, or where you start deploying money because you missed the dip, you know, because also that time window is really, really narrow. It's really small, that time window. You don't have a lot of time. And here's something else what I see where we don't have a lot of right now, and that is likes on my live stream, guys. We have 66. What is that, guys? 66. Are you fucking kidding me? Let's get this to over 100. Smash the like button, guys. Destroy the like button. Let's do this. So now on the Bitcoin dominance, you see here this trajectory that I had laid out is exactly coming into fruition here. If I pull this a little bit over, you know, you see here we moved up here to 58%. We are coming down right now around 55, 7, 8, 56, something like this. There should be a small bounce in the dominance, then where we get up here to like 57, and then you get the major leg here to the downside, where we then see altcoins going absolutely ballistic. You saw some altcoins showing signs of that today already, but I'm telling you, you still haven't seen anything. You know, you still haven't seen anything. I remember days where I looked at my watch list and I saw that 80% of all coins that I have on my watch list being in double-digit profit, some of them even in triple-digit profit in a single day. So, and this is what's going to happen when we break here below the 55 and 54% level in the Bitcoin dominance. So here on the total market cap, also here, we are following exactly that trajectory that I had laid out. So we might not go as low as I anticipated because we broke here above that box. So most likely it will look something like this here. I need to move here that last arrow a little bit higher. So it might look now something like this, but this is still here in play, that move here, how we come back to the upside. So I can extend this here a little bit. So because what's going to happen when the total free market cap is coming down here, the second time, you know, people will think, because we break below this support box, like, oh shit, there's the next leg to the downside. You know, there's our 30% move in Bitcoin to the downside. There's a 50% move in altcoins, which is not the case, you know. So unless the total free market cap would now tremendously jump here to like 1.3 trillion in market cap or something like that, you know, so, and then comes down again, of course, not to that box, it would then come back to 1.15, something like that, you know, so then you would see a pullback like that. But until then, this is not the case, and the total free will still follow that trajectory here, you know, so where we come back down here at some point to like a trillion, almost exactly to a trillion here, you know, and then you get that major lift off. Now on the funding rate heat map, you see the leverage is completely out of the market here. The only leverage that is right now a little bit heating up is on Link, but this is not surprising. You know, Link is up 30% only today or something like that. And since the drop, it's up 50% from the lowest point of the drop, you know, so not surprising that you see here a little bit the funding for Link currently heating up, but this can also change by tomorrow. You know, if Link pulls back now like 10% over the next 2 days, funding will come down again and then might be most likely green. So now for Ethereum, so I opened an Ethereum trade when I saw, and I saw it a little bit too late, on ZoomX when we broke here above that green box. Because if you remember, guys, I told you, break this box here and stay above this box, and we go in no time past $4,000, really quickly here to $4,382, and then into new all-time high. So, and this is exactly what happened here. You see here we have a V-shaped recovery in Ethereum right now, and on the 12-hourly and on the daily chart, the indicators are still super low and have a lot of momentum to push here to the upside. So for that simple reason, I expect here in the next 2-3 days max that Ethereum will come up here to $4,100, at least to test this level. Doesn't have to break it immediately, but to test this. If it immediately breaks, we're gonna see something like this here, you know, so, and then it will go higher. If it's not breaking and it gets rejected, then we stay here in that range a little bit. You know, the same thing what Bitcoin is doing around the $100,000 level right now, just jump roping a little bit, you know. So, and once we found acceptance above $4,000, you're gonna see then something like this happening with a bull flag, with a symmetrical triangle, a pennant, some sort of shape, you know. So on the Solana chart, nothing has really changed here, besides that we have reclaimed the golden ratio. That was really important. That's why I gave you guys a trade on Solana at $220 yesterday. So here we are slightly in profit right now of like roughly 4-5%, which is fine. Here also I expect look at these indicators, you know, so the stochastic completely at the bottom with a buy signal, MACD turning around, you know, the RSI struggling a little bit because we're at resistance. So I can draw here a line. You know, you see if I draw here a line, there's the resistance currently. But once we break above this, we go into the next resistance here of $240, and the next one's in $248. For that short-term trade that I had given you guys, there is our target, you know. So I'm gonna explain you in the Telegram chat or in tomorrow's stream how we're gonna handle Solana once we're getting to $248. You know, if we get out, if we remove the take profit and change the stop loss, you know, and take it into profit, all these kind of things I'm gonna explain in tomorrow's stream. So, but for now, you just don't need to do anything. You know, Solana will most likely pull back here a little bit, but will stay above the golden ratio here. So now let me explain where the third mistake is that a lot of people are doing and what's actually happening right now with many altcoins. So I have explained to you here that W pattern already on Bitcoin. So, and like I said, you know, so right now we are here. You know, we broke the W pattern. We're here in the final stage, you know, so of that W before it's taking off. So, and many people think, oh shit, I'm too late. You know, so I'm too late. I need to buy right now because I'm too late, you know. So, but this is wrong, guys. This is wrong because many of these coins, they are not doing this right now, you know, so they do something else. So, and what they are doing right now is, so this here, this, let me actually, yes. So this over here, this is basically where we are at right now, you know, so that is basically that whole leg here from that W, you know, including the part where we're at right now. So what's happening now is that you see it already in some coins, there we start to do something like this here, you know, so where we consolidate a little bit back to the downside, you know, go away, this is annoying to have it there. So consolidate a little bit to the downside, going up and down, up and down. At some point, you're going to see that we go back to the upside. So now, how do you trade this? What do you do? So what you do is, the first time when you see this coming down, you start buying a little bit. You know, you see it coming up here, you see it coming down again, higher now than over here. What you do again? You buy again a little bit, you know, so, and maybe some coins, they break then already out, you know, so, but you had here two ample opportunities to buy that coin, to be in that coin right now. So, and then you do something really simple, and you're gonna see it on many altcoins when I show it to you right now. You have a downward sloping trend line on many altcoins on lower time frames right now. And once this downward sloping trend line gets broken, this is the last time where you buy, guys. This is the last time where you can buy, you know, because afterwards it's liftoff. So, and this is how you play this right now. And I'm gonna show you that now on multiple coins, that exactly this here is happening right now. So look here on Sui. So Sui is a case for itself, you know. So here we're in the early stages. We're in the early stages of that consolidation here, you know. So there is, besides you go maybe in the hourly chart, yeah. So here you have to actually go into the hourly chart to start drawing here a trend line, and a trend line would go currently something like this, you know. So this is too fat. So something like this is the trend line going here right now. So this angle might change, you know. So you need to see now the next time that Sui comes up here, where it's going to stop, you know, if it stops at $4.80 or if it's already breaking out here, you know. So Sui is absolutely insane right now because it's in price discovery. Sui was never that high, you know, besides today, you know, and for that reason, it can just push and keep going higher if it wants to. So here, down here was your first opportunity for Sui to buy it. So if you are lucky, you get another opportunity where it rejects from here, comes down once again. Here you buy this time when you see a red candle. Don't get scared, you know, don't get scared. Just buy there a little bit. You have still a lot of money on the sideline. If it does something like this, it's fine. You know, you can still buy because here's another support level, you know, so you can set limit orders close to it or a little bit above it. You know, if it comes back down here, you just add then here more to your position if that would be happening. You know, I would not close my position. I would just keep adding more to it because at some point it's going to fly again, you know. So now, again, when it breaks the downward sloping trend line, that is the last moment where you can get in. So here with Sui, you need to be a little bit patient right now because it ran like crazy from the low, you know. So look at this. From the low, it's up 46% almost, you know, 46%. So that in a matter of like 30 hours, you know, so which is crazy, you know. So it's normal that we now consolidate a little bit before it gets the next leg to the upside. So here on Alpha X, my Sui trade is up $2,200, guys, you know. So I went in with only $1,500, and that is the power of layering your orders, guys. You know, the way how I bought the dip here on Sui, that is the power of these three phases plan, you know. So, and now you see I reaped the rewards for that. $2,200 almost here. It was earlier at 2,500 or something, you know, here all the way to the top. So, and I let it run, you know, I let it run. This will be an over $10,000 trade once it's completed. I don't care how long it takes, I just let it run. So if you want to trade on Alpha X, guys, without any KYC, decentralized, just with your Trust Wallet and MetaMask, sign up. You get immediately $100 credited by signing up. Plus, you stand a chance if you deposit out of your own pocket $100 to win twice per week $500. Tomorrow, I'm gonna give away actually 2 times $500, so you have a double chance tomorrow to win $500 here. Now, the other coin that is currently in a state of just to keep going here is actually LDO. So LDO is, in my opinion, not done with that V-shaped recovery yet, but it might be by tomorrow. So here I would also be waiting, you know, so that it starts consolidating here, does something like this, you know, where you have then again your downward sloping trend line. And I can tell you already, without that I need the pullback for tomorrow, where LDO will find resistance with that line. So it will be here. So I reckon in the next coming days, let it be the next 2 days. In the next 2 days, it will not break that line and close a 12-hourly candle above that line. You know, so I'm willing to say that, so for the simple reason, when I look here at the stochastic RSI and at the RSI, that there is not much momentum left here to go higher, so that is like a 3% move roughly into that resistance here in the horizontal resistance of $2.13 that we can touch. But again, in my opinion, will be a wick, so and then you close the candle body below that downward sloping trend line. And then what you're gonna see is you get consolidation below that trend line, and then we break it at some point. So in that consolidation, there is where you want to accumulate for that break, and you leave some money on the side that you can buy the break to, and then it will send to the upside. So the same goes here with Phantom. Phantom pulled already massively back. So that right now, on the 1 hourly chart, this is your moment to buy. Here is where you want to add to your position. I actually need to do that right now. Where do I do that? Do I have here Phantom orders? Yes, so I have here Phantom orders. Which one do I gonna move up here right now? I think, you know what? I think I gonna split that order here. So that's like 90,000 position size. Yes, so I'm gonna split that one. Market, what is this kind of position size? $25,000? No, so this is less, so this is 12,000. No. How is that? Quantity. How do I change that? Wait, this is quantity. Okay, so quantity was 90,000. No, I did not put so much in. So I think I put in like that makes more sense. I did not put in like $100,000 here. No, so 9,000. Yes, so it was, what was it? Was 190? Yes, so 190, 9,500. So that's what I put in. They're gonna buy now, and then I put another limit order back where it was at $1. Was that 19 or something? Yes, $1.19. There, the other limit order. No, now I have still more money left over what I should have. So I'm gonna do this again because I was at $80,000. Oh wait. Okay. So yeah, I made a mistake. So market buy, come back here, market buy. We're gonna buy a little bit more. So market buy, I did not look at the order cost. So I should have looked at the order cost. So there we go. So that's what I wanted. So yeah, so it was actually 189,000. So here another $8,000 is what I'm gonna take. Come on. Oh wait, no, 119. So here, there we go. So another 8,000. I'm gonna place there. So there we go. So I'm still a little bit underwater here with my Phantom trade, but that's fine. That's fine. I averaged down, I think now, yeah, by 2 cents my entry. So I'm fine with that. So and I have, before I get liquidated, I have now here some limit orders. So that should protect me quite a bit. And here you see my Ethereum trade just turned positive again. Bitcoin a little bit more, so I'm still making money here. Now, Phantom. So then Coty, absolute beast here, an absolute beast. Here we are also starting to pull back. If I go to the 1 hourly chart, you see it here. Also, I think a good moment to either open a position or add to your Coty position. I actually also gonna do that. I'm gonna buy here a little bit more because you see here we have a support level. So I need to change. See here my Coty also less in a loss actually than before. So I want to add here. I think I have still $2,000 that I want to add to Coty, to the Coty trade overall. So I'm gonna add here another $1,000 right now. I don't want to go too crazy. So let's change this to 35,000. No, what is it? 33, 32, 31, no, 30,000. Come on, what is it? Oh, it's 29,500. Yeah, 29,500. So yeah, okay. So there I added another $1,000. I have still another $1,000 that I can add to it if it goes lower. See, my liquidation price is now 2 cents. How high are the chances that this is going 80% to the downside, you know, to get me out of my trade. Really highly unlikely. So here you see I buy these pullbacks live here on the stream with you guys together, you know. So now I just wait for this break, and then I add the other $1,000, and then I let it run, you know, to at least 21 cents, maybe even higher than that, you know. So because this is also one of the coins that was running the hardest to the upside currently. So that might actually run higher than 21 cents. But when I get close to this level, I'm going to have another look at it, you know, so to see if I want to close it here or if I let it run. You know, it will depend on the higher time frames and what the 4-hourly chart is doing. So, but right now I bought a dip here from that small pullback. And if it breaks up here to the upside and comes one more time a little bit lower, then I buy again. You know, most likely here it will test 18 cents at some point when it breaks out again. And then runs past 18 cents. So, and when it goes to 18 cents, then I buy. Here with near, also you go into the lower time frames. Also here really close on a 1-hourly chart to potentially move higher again. So here really easy, you know. So for near right now, how I would trade this. So first of all, not the worst moment to add or to open a position, to build one, you know. So but here I would use my free phases plan below current price all the way down to $6.45 to layer my orders, you know. So because that upward sloping trend line, if we are not closing above that line here, it might be a short-term bearish sign for near, where we come a little bit lower before we go up. So that's why I would open like with 10%, like I explained in the free phase plan, you know. So 10%, I would go in right now. With the rest, I would layer it exactly as I explained it. You know, the other 60%, I would layer it, and then I would wait. You know, so if it, of course, breaks and stays above that upward sloping trend, you can just wait. You know, so either for another small pullback, you know, that might come from here and it goes back to current levels, you know, one more time, or if it breaks it above $7.23, and the last time at $7.36, there I would the last time add to my position, because from there it's most likely going straight into $8.26. The next one is Rune. I have also a Rune trade running right now. So here you can see already we got rejected from this upward sloping trend line here. This is currently also on the 4-hourly chart more a bearish pennant that I see here, a rising wedge. So I would be also here a little bit careful, at least on a 4-hourly chart. On a 1-hourly chart, this also looks like it turns around soon. So it might completely ignore that and just runs past it. Yeah, so that most likely, if it goes up here and does something like this, then it's invalidated. So also here, like if you still have money on the side, use 10% of it, you know, so that you want in Rune, open a position here, you know. So if it comes back here into that green box, you add more. If it breaks above that line here at $6.62, you add more. And I would add the last time at $6.72 roughly, and then I would let it run, you know. So really simple. The next one that I have is WIF. Also WIF is in the early stages of a small pullback here. Yeah, also here right now, good moment to buy. We are above the golden ratio. The golden ratio is holding as support. Here you can also see there is a small, yeah, not so small. So you see here is downward sloping trend line. Can actually draw this like this here. So once that trend line is broken, it's going to send. You know, it's going to send straight to like $3.70. It will happen really quick, guys. You know, really quick, in like 2, 3, 4 hours. You're gonna see that happening here. You know, it will be most likely in 1 4-hourly candle or in 2 4-hourly candles where you see that happening once we are breaking this downward sloping trend here. So also a good moment to open a position here, because also here most likely in the next 2 hours it starts sending, in my opinion. You know, so most likely. Then another one that just started to pull back. I believe this might be still a little bit too, no, actually it's not too early. It's not too early. It's holding here above crucial support levels. Also here you could play around to start play around a little bit. I have to think about, where do I have some money left where I can trade. I have some exchanges where I still had money left where I can trade with. to open more positions right now. Now I'm thinking, where did I had money still left over? Did I had here a little bit money left? Yeah, so okay. So I'm gonna open now an apt position here, aptos position. But again, I'm not going crazy, you know, like I said, 5x leverage on it. So you cannot see it, unfortunately, because I'm doing it on my phone. So, but I gonna use only 10% here, 10% quantity. So long. Okay, so there's a minimum on it that I need to have. Really? What is this? Can I do this? Okay. There's a minimum on it that I need to trade with. So the only way to do that is if I crank up a little bit leverage, I think. So does this work now? Let's try this again. Yes, so that worked. So okay, so this is unfortunately way higher leverage than I would like to have. So I'm not going to show you that trade. I'm going to show it to you if it runs into a problem. And I will be honest, I have not much money on this account. There's like $300 in this account right now, you know. So, and I'm going to buy 50% more if it goes close to the liquidation price of what I currently have. So what's, oh, really? Do I have, okay guys, you know, I'm so stupid. That's why it did not work. Because the money is not in the futures account. I was like, what is wrong with that? You know, so I did not understand. So where's the rest of the money? I think I have to do this later. Yes, I have not so much money in this account, so I have to do it later. So, but now I can go down and leverage. So I can at least go down to like 10x again. So 10x, did it add margin to it? No, but okay, so I'm gonna add margin to it. Shit, now I open a limit order that I did not want. So there, markets, come on, markets. So there we go. Okay, now I'm fine on this trade. So, okay, yeah, 10x leverage on this. So also here, I still have money on the side to buy more, you know, so if it goes a little bit lower or if it breaks here $14.11, then also there, I'm gonna add more to that trade, because then we break here a horizontal resistance level. When we go above that, look here at this level, I'm gonna make it a little bit more visible for you guys. So there, you know, so we're gonna break that level here. So once we get above that, you know, Aptos is also going to fly. So now let me remove that quick. There's a few more coins that I want to talk about quickly, because we are again way over the time that I wanted to be on here. So Link is today one of the strongest coins. You know, you see here that crazy pump that it had today. It broke above the prior high that it created on the way to the upside before we had that drop, you know. So that is super, super bullish for Link, that we are above that now. We ran here into that resistance close to $30. Absolutely normal that we get from here a small pullback. So we are in the midst of that pullback right now. Look at this here. Also here, still a good moment to buy. Here I would just wait maybe another 30 minutes. Or let's see, how is this looking on the 30 minutes chart? No, it's actually fine. So you can buy right now a little bit of Link, you know. So if it comes down here to like $26.84, there you're gonna buy a second time, because there is a small chance that if the market turns around a little bit, just an inch, you know, that you're gonna see Link going up a little bit, and then it comes down to that trend line here, you know, so, and then it starts doing something like this, you know. So for that reason, buy now a little bit, and then wait, you know, if it breaks here, there you buy, you know, so if it comes a little bit lower, there you buy, and then you get here last chance to buy up there. The next one is Uni. So I know some of you guys hate Uni right now, but look at the quick recovery. So that might be also one of the coins over the next couple of days that might be flying insanely high, you know. So even me, I'm looking right now to deploy more money to open a big Uni trade, because I think this is going really quickly now. Over the next couple of days, maybe even if it takes 2 weeks, I don't care. You know, let it be 2 weeks. It will most likely do something like this, something really silly, really quick, you know, to like $26, $27 from where it is right now. You know, so this is almost a 50% move here. look at this. This is a 45% move. I'm gonna play that one aggressive with like a 10x leverage, you know, because I want to have that 4.5x return on it, you know. So I'm gonna play with like $20,000. So if I play with $20,000, I will make almost $100,000 on that single trade. But I'm not stupid, you know, with my money. So I'm waiting patiently, you know, either for that break here at $18.80, or that we are first pulling back, cooling down the indicators on the 4-hourly chart, where we most likely come back down and test one more time the 50 moving average or close to the 50 moving average, and there are gonna load up, you know, so before it goes up here. So, and then I will still have some money on the sideline, just if it drops below here, just to scare people to buy here a little bit more. Then it goes up. But here, I will be already fully allocated. I will not wait with my money that we break this level, you know, so, and add more there. I'm gonna add all the money all the way down here. You see here, now we are forming here a red candle on the 4-hourly chart, so most likely that is a local top on the 4-hourly chart on the shorter time frame, so we'll come down a little bit, you know, before it starts to go higher once again. Then the next one is ICP. ICP is also one of the coins that went really, really crazy, really fast. Back here to almost $14. Here also on 1-hourly chart, when you look at this, the current price range that it is in right now might be, again, the point from where it's bouncing back before it gets another small pullback, you know. So again, good moment to buy here, to open positions. Also here you have a downward sloping trend line that you can keep an eye on, like this here, you know. So if I pull this a little bit lower, so like this, when it breaks that line, that's where you enter the last time, or add whatever money you have before you send it higher, you know, so before it gets sent higher. So here Celestia is another one, consolidating within the golden range, you know. So here within the golden range, I would start building that position. I don't believe that it's going to fall out of that golden range here to the downside. So look at this here. So this consolidation might be soon already over for Celestia, because the current 1-hourly candle wants to go up here to the downward sloping trend line already, you know. So you might get a break here in the next couple hours above that level already, you know. So, and Celestia is now known when it breaks trends, you know, trend lines, to do something like this here, you know, also really quick, really silly to the upside. So you want to start packing your bags on Celestia, you know. So I would buy a little bit now and a little bit more on the break, you know. So, and then you can buy the last time here at $8. After $8, I would not buy anymore, you know. So because then it starts sending really quickly also here. Then the next one, AVAX. AVAX, now one of my favorite coins since I dollar cost average to the downside, you know, so because I bought before the top. So now, because I dollar cost average in this drop, now I'm massively up in profit. Here, I'm also waiting that this downward sloping trend line gets broken. That one here. So once that one gets broken, I'm gonna add the last time at $52, right around that number, $52, $53. That's the last time where I'm going to add. If it comes back down here at some point to like 48, 47-ish, 48 to $46.50, somewhere in that range, that will be the last time where I would buy at a lower price, because I know that is the last chance that you get it below $50. You know, afterwards you will not see AVAX for the distant future again below $50. You know, it's not gonna happen. So, and for that simple reason, if I get here one more time a small discount, I'm gonna take it. But yeah, I'm not so sure right now if we're gonna get it. So I'm gonna have now a look here in the chat. Let's see what coins you guys want. I'm gonna do one or two of them. Don't want to spend too much time here. Let me see. So I just spoke about Near. I think I spoke about Tone. So I did all of them. Let's have a look on EOS, because EOS is also a really good coin. So here with the Casper chart. No, where do I have one of the charts that I want to use for this? Let's use the link chart quick. So EOS. So here. So yeah, so I did not do any TA on this specific chart. I know that I had somewhere some TA on EOS, but not on this chart layout that I had saved. So here, structurally, it's absolutely fine. It's still in a massive uptrend here. So look at this. You wait for a break of that downward sloping trend line to add to your position. And overall, this looks like that's also here in a massive, massive downward sloping channel or a bull flag, whatever you want to call that. On the 4-hourly chart, it's coming down. You know, it will most likely not immediately break. Yeah, so this will still come down here a little bit, like to $1.10 most likely before it goes higher. Yeah, so if you want to load up on iOS, I would buy like at $1.10 and then again the break at $1.18, you know, so before this is going higher. That's how I would trade this. So on the higher time frames in terms of targets, I will take the daily chart for that. So my target would be from here to there. Yeah, you have here $1.92, so almost $2 as the next target on the higher time frames. Then $2.87, and then almost $4. You know, so this might run here over the next coming 2-3 months into $4. Because I know look at this. On some coins, guys, you know, don't forget, on some coins, you still see that coins are just leaving this big accumulation range. You know, they're just leaving. And just for you to understand, many of these coins, they're kind of here right now. They're kind of here, you know, and they did not get this one here, you know. So look for this, guys. Go and look through the charts, you know, where you did not get that kind of move here, but you had here the accumulation phase. Then it went a little bit higher, starts chopping here around, you know, so, and did not get the breakout yet. So you want to look at many of these charts here. So I'm going to do render quick because I saw that. Render is another one. Come on, give me link back. So link, let's do render quick here on, where's the near chart now? So I'm going to do that on near. Yes, so, and then render. Render's down here right now. Here. Yeah, so render also crazy recovery, you know, so right now trying to get above the golden ratio. Here, look at this, guys. So here was a small cup and handle pattern playing out that broke now already to the upside. Look at this here. Small cup and handle. So if I treat this as a cup and handle, then here is your target line. And here's your take profit for this. You know, $11.46 is here based on that cup and handle pattern, your next target where we are going to. So especially as long as we are holding above that golden ratio here, in the next 1.5 hours, in my opinion, it will start sending again. You see here, that candle, that red candle before, that was your buy the dip moment, you know, on that pullback. So, but don't worry, guys, you're going to get another chance, you know, most likely when we run here past $10. At some point, when we break this resistance, what you're going to see, it goes a little bit higher, turns down again, you know, maybe close to the $10 level, does something like this, and then it sends again. You know, you have here a new downward sloping trend line that it's going to break, and you can rinse and repeat that over and over again. You know, so and this is how I add in bull markets to my positions, and also for me personally, that is how I play around with cranking up leverage. You know, so but you need to be careful with that. Trust me, guys, don't do this. Don't change leverage to higher leverage if you don't know what you are doing. You know, so leave it. If you are on 3, 4, 5x leverage, leave it as it is. Just keep adding to your positions when you see pullbacks if you have money on the side, you know. And what also helps is if you take on the way to the upside, partially profit, not all profit, partially profit, and add that later back to your position to compound your position to make it bigger on the way up, you know. So that's the other way how you can do it. If you say, hey, I'm fully in the market right now, I have no money left that I can put now into something, you know, because I max leveraged everything out, take a little bit profit. You know, once you see a bigger pullback again, you know, let's say we go up here a little bit, then we come down a little bit, take a little bit profit up here. You know, take a little bit profit, because when it starts going a little bit lower, you can add back here, and then you wait that it goes here, and you do the same thing again. You take here a little bit profit, you know, comes down again, you add a little bit more, you know, so now your position is again bigger because you made a lot of profit here in between, you know. So, and then you can add this back, and then you rinse and repeat this. That's how you can grow also your portfolio in a bull run, bigger and bigger. So guys, unfortunately, I have to run. Again, we went longer here on the stream that I wanted. Thank you so much for tuning in again. Don't forget, smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you with more profits tomorrow.